Welcome to Spirit-Driven Audio, a venture into higher realms of possibility and creativity. Brought to you by Spirit-Driven Audio. Essay title, The Farmer's Metaphor, Cultivating Success Through the Growth of Crops. Intro. In the vast tapestry of life, the act of producing crops serves as a powerful metaphor for the journey of personal growth, achievement, and success. Just as a farmer tends to the land with care and patience, nurturing seeds into bountiful harvests, so too must individuals cultivate their dreams, aspirations, and talents with dedication and perseverance. The parallels between farming and personal development are striking, offering valuable insights into the nature of success and the rewards of hard work. At the heart of the farmer's metaphor lies the concept of planting seeds, a symbolic act of faith and hope in the future. When a farmer sows seeds in the fertile soil, they are making a commitment to nurturing and supporting the growth of something greater than themselves. Similarly, in the journey of personal growth, individuals must plant the seeds of their dreams and ambitions, trusting in their own potential to flourish and bear fruit with time and effort. As the seeds germinate and begin to sprout, the farmer must provide them with the necessary care and attention to ensure their healthy development. This process of nurturing and tending to the crops mirrors the discipline and dedication required for personal growth. Just as a farmer must water, weed, and protect the young plants from harm, individuals must cultivate their skills, knowledge, and resilience through continuous learning, practice, and perseverance. Moreover, the farmer's metaphor highlights the importance of patience and resilience in the face of challenges and setbacks. Just as a farmer must weather storms, pests, and unpredictable conditions to bring their crops to maturity, individuals must navigate obstacles, failures, and uncertainties on the path to success. The ability to adapt, learn from mistakes, and persevere in the face of adversity is essential for both farmers and individuals seeking to reach their full potential. Furthermore, the metaphor of producing crops emphasizes the interconnectedness of efforts and outcomes. A farmer's success is not solely dependent on their own labor but also on the cooperation of nature, the support of the community, and the blessings of providence. Similarly, individuals must recognize the importance of collaboration, mentorship, and gratitude in their personal growth journey, acknowledging the contributions of others and the role of serendipity in shaping their success. In conclusion, the metaphor of producing crops offers a rich tapestry of wisdom and inspiration for individuals seeking to cultivate success in their lives. By embracing the lessons of patience, resilience, collaboration, and gratitude inherent in the farmer's journey, we can learn to nurture our dreams, weather life's storms, and reap the bountiful rewards of our efforts. Just as a farmer transforms seeds into a golden harvest, so too can we transform our aspirations into reality through the power of persistence, faith, and hard work. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved. Brought to you by Spirit-Driven Audio. Part 1. The Old Farmer's Metaphor. As I clear my voice. Okay. Mic check. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Here I go. Let us begin. Ready, set, let's go. I am going to start it off like this. In fine written words, I say, today, in the vast landscape of the mind, creativity blooms like a field of wildflowers, each idea a seed waiting to be planted and nurtured by the hands of imagination. Just as a farmer tends to the soil, cultivating it with care and patience, so too must we cultivate our creative spirit, sowing the seeds of inspiration and tending to them with diligence and love. Creativity is like a farmer's plow, breaking through the hardened ground of routine and convention to reveal the fertile soil of possibility beneath. With each stroke of the pen or brush, each note played or word spoken, we till the creative power of our minds, turning over new ideas and fresh perspectives like rich, dark earth. I will only talk about this farming metaphor for a couple more minutes. Then I will discuss something more in depth. But just as a farmer must weather the storms and droughts that come with the changing seasons, so too must a creative soul endure the challenges and setbacks that inevitably arise along the path of artistic expression. Like a field parched by the sun, our creativity may wither and wilt under the harsh glare of self-doubt or criticism, but with resilience and determination, we can weather the dry spells and emerge stronger and more vibrant than before. The creative process is a delicate dance, a symphony of ideas and emotions that swirl and blend like colors on a painter's palette. Each stroke of creativity is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, each word a note in the music of our souls. Just as a farmer must listen to the land and heed its whispers, so too must we listen to the whispers of our muse, following where they lead and trusting in the journey. Creativity is a wild and untamed force, like a herd of mustangs thundering across the open plains, free and uninhibited. It cannot be contained or controlled, but must be allowed to run wild and free, guided by intuition and fueled by passion. Just as a farmer must embrace the unpredictability of nature, so too must we embrace the unpredictability of our own creative process. Letting go of expectations and allowing ourselves to be swept away by the current of inspiration. In the end, creativity is a gift, a precious seed planted deep within the soul, waiting to bloom and flourish under the gentle touch of the artist's hand. Like a farmer reaping the harvest of a season's hard work, we too can reap the rewards of our creative endeavors, basking in the beauty and wonder of a creation brought to life. So let us embrace our inner farmer, tending to the fields of our imagination with care and devotion, sowing the seeds of creativity and watching them grow into a bountiful harvest of inspiration and artistry. For in the fertile soil of our minds, anything is possible, and the possibilities are as endless as the horizon stretching out before us. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on. A character is a person like you and me, struggling to find their way in this world. This movie-like essay begins with a young man, full of ambition and vigor, setting out to conquer the world. He is determined to make a name for himself, to achieve all the materialistic pleasures this world has to offer. The audience can feel his excitement, his drive, and his passion through the use of sensory details. The sound of his footsteps echoing in the empty streets, the smell of fresh caramel iced coffee as he hustles through the city, the warmth of the sun on his face, and the adrenaline rushing through his veins. As the movie progresses, the young man's hard work pays off, and he becomes successful beyond his wildest dreams. He lives in a comfortable apartment, drives fancy cars, and has all the luxuries money can buy. But with all the glitz and glamour, the young man starts to lose sight of what truly matters. He becomes consumed by his ego, his pride, and his desire for even more success. The audience can see this change in him through the use of metaphors and similes. He is like a ship lost at sea, being tossed around by the waves of materialism. He is like a prisoner trapped in a gilded cage, unable to escape his own desires. As the young man's downfall begins, the audience is introduced to God, the Divine Father. He appears in different forms throughout the movie, a kind stranger, a wise old man, or a gentle breeze that soothes the young man's troubled mind. God represents the voice of reason, the guiding light, and the ultimate source of love and forgiveness. Through a series of events, the young man hits rock bottom. He loses everything he had worked so hard for, and in that moment, he realizes that he has lost himself in the process. He is empty, broken, and lost. The audience can feel his pain and his despair, as the music and visuals change to capture his state of mind. But just when all hope seems lost, God reveals himself to the young man in his true form. He takes the young man's hand and guides him towards a path of redemption. This journey is portrayed through allegories and parables, showing the young man the importance of humility, gratitude, and faith. Through God's love and guidance, the young man starts to regain everything he had lost, but this time with a different perspective. The movie ends with the young man sitting under a tree, surrounded by nature, at peace with himself and the world. He has gained a sense of purpose, a sense of self, and a deep understanding of the true meaning of success. The audience can see the transformation in him, the light that shines from within, and the joy that radiates from his being. In this movie, the tone of voice is that of a gentle, guiding father, filled with love, compassion, and wisdom. The use of metaphors, similes, sensory details, allegories, and parables creates a visual and emotional experience for the audience, making them reflect on their own journey in life. It shows that although the pursuit of success and materialistic pleasures may seem enticing, true happiness and fulfillment can only be found by reconnecting with oneself and with God, the Divine Father. As the movie comes to a close, the movie leaves the audience with a message. Sometimes, we have to lose it all to gain what truly matters. And with God's help, we can overcome any obstacle and find our way back home. Then the movie goes off. Furthermore, I add this. To keep the fire lit, I say, in a land far from here, in a time long ago, there lived a young writer. Oh, how his words did flow. His pen was his sword, his paper his shield, with each stroke of ink, his stories revealed. But alas, his talent was not yet discovered, for hard work was something he had not yet uncovered. He spent his days lazing, his nights just the same, his writing skills stagnant, no progress to claim. But then one day, a friend offered a joint, said it would enhance his creativity, give him a point. The writer hesitated, afraid of the risk, but curiosity won, and he took a little whiff. And oh, what a transformation, what a sight to see! The writer's mind expanded, his words set free, his metaphors became rainbows, his similes the sun, his sensory details, a symphony, oh what fun! His hyperboles were mountains, his allegories the sea, his parables were puzzles, waiting to be solved by thee. Even his understatements had a depth so profound, his writing became a treasure, a gem to be found. With each puff of smoke, his creativity soared, his writing skills blossomed, his words truly roared. He wrote for hours, days, and nights, his pages filled with magic, a true writer's delight. And as his skill grew, so did his fame, his words were like gold, his stories no longer mundane. People sought out his work, willing to pay a high fee, for his writing was priceless, a true work of art, you see. For the writer had realized, through hard work and weed, that his talent was precious, a treasure indeed. His writing skills were like money, valuable and rare, a result of hard work and weed, a perfect pair. So let this be a lesson, to all those who strive, through hard work and perseverance, your talent will thrive. And perhaps with a little help, from a friend named Mary Jane, your words will soar, like a bird in the rain. Please keep in mind, you don't have to use Mary Jane to be creative at writing. It is rather an option for most recreational endeavors. Now let's talk about the hidden treasure in creative writing, a word that holds immense weight and value in both the literary and real world. It is a concept that has captured the imagination of humanity for centuries, evoking images of buried chests overflowing with gold and jewels in our minds. But beyond its material worth, treasure holds a deeper significance in the world of creative writing. It is a symbol of the endless possibilities and limitless potential that lies within the realm of imagination. Now, let's go further. I will embark on a journey, using metaphors, similes, sensory details, hyperboles, allegories, parables, and understatements, to explore the true value of treasure in creative writing. Metaphorically, treasure can be seen as a key that unlocks the gates to a realm of infinite possibilities. It is a gateway to a world where imagination knows no bounds and where the wildest of dreams can come to life. Just like how a key unlocks a treasure chest, treasure serves as a key that unlocks the door to our creative minds, allowing us to explore and discover the depths of our imagination. Similarly, treasure can also be seen as a spark that ignites the fire within us. It is the fuel that drives our passion for writing and gives us the courage to put our thoughts and ideas onto paper. Like a spark, treasure gives us the initial push we need to start our creative journey, and once ignited, it continues to burn bright, pushing us to create and innovate. Sensory details are the vivid descriptions that bring our writing to life, igniting the reader's senses and immersing them into the world we have created. Treasure, too, has a sensory quality to it. The glimmer of gold, the sparkle of diamonds, the weight of a chest full of riches, all evoke a sense of wonder and awe. It is this sensory experience that makes treasure such a compelling element in creative writing, adding depth and richness to our words. Hyperboles are used to exaggerate and emphasize a point, and when it comes to treasure, the possibilities are endless. It can be described as a treasure trove, overflowing with riches, a mountain of gold and jewels, or a sea of priceless artifacts. These exaggerations not only add a touch of drama to our writing but also highlight the immense value and importance of treasure in the world of creative writing. Allegories are powerful storytelling devices that convey a deeper, often symbolic, meaning. In the realm of creative writing, treasure can be seen as an allegory for our ideas and imagination. Just like how a treasure hunter must navigate through obstacles and challenges to find their treasure, writers must also overcome obstacles to bring their ideas to life. And just like how treasure holds immense value, our ideas hold immense value and potential, waiting to be discovered and shared with the world. Parables, on the other hand, are stories that teach a moral lesson. In the world of creative writing, treasure can be seen as a parable for the importance of perseverance and dedication. The journey to finding treasure is filled with challenges and setbacks, but it is only through perseverance that one can reap the rewards. Similarly, the journey of creative writing also requires dedication and perseverance, as it is a journey filled with obstacles and rejections. But in the end, it is these struggles that make the treasure all the more valuable. Finally, understatement. It may seem contradictory to use an understatement to describe something as valuable as treasure, but it is precisely in its simplicity that the true value of treasure is seen. Treasure is not just a mere object, but a source of endless inspiration, a wellspring of creativity, and a gateway to a world of possibilities. It is the cornerstone of creative writing, a priceless gem that shines bright in the hands of those who dare to dream and create. In conclusion, treasure in creative writing is much more than just a material object. It is a symbol of inspiration, passion, and endless possibilities. It is the key that unlocks the gates to our imagination, the spark that ignites our creativity, and the fuel that drives us to create. It is a sensory experience that evokes wonder and awe, an exaggeration that highlights its value, an allegory for our ideas and perseverance, and a symbol of simplicity and understatement. So, writers, go forth and seek your treasure, for within it lies the true value of creative writing. Further I say. In the land of imagination, where words are crafted and rhymes are spun, there lies a world of endless creation, where the power of writing can never be outdone. It all begins with a blank page, a canvas for the mind to paint, with metaphors and similes to engage, and make the reader's heart faint. The pen is mightier than any sword, as it weaves tales of love and war. With each word, a new story is stored, ready to be unlocked by the reader's core. Like a puzzle, writing takes form, piece by piece, until it's complete, each parable and metaphor a storm of emotions and thoughts that you must meet. Sensory details bring the story to life, leaving the reader lost in the prose. With vivid descriptions, there's no need for strife, as the words on the page effortlessly flow. Idioms add a touch of humor, a secret code only writers understand. They add depth to a tale's rumor, and make it all the more grand. So let your imagination run wild, as you create a world of your own, with each character uniquely styled, and a plot that will keep the reader on their throne. But remember, writing is an art that requires patience and dedication, so don't be afraid to pour out your heart, and let your words be your salvation. For in this world of expressive writing, where creativity knows no bounds, you hold the power to keep inspiring and creating stories that astound. So go forth and write, my friend, for your words have the magic to ignite a fire in the hearts of those who lend their eyes to your story, shining ever so bright. In a world of words and endless verse lies a story waiting to be unearthed, where imagination knows no bounds and creativity knows no sound. With pen in hand and mind ablaze, we embark on a journey, a curious phase, for in this realm, we are the creators, crafting tales of love, hope, and nature. Our words are like colors, vibrant and bright, mixing and blending, bringing scenes to life, each metaphor a brush stroke on the page, painting emotions, evoking rage. We use sensory details to set the scene, describing sights, sounds, tastes so keen, the smell of rain, the touch of skin. Our stories unfold a world within. With parables and similes, we weave a tale of heroes and villains, of triumphs and fails, like a dragon breathing fire or a knight in armor. Our characters take on a life of glamour, but in this craft, there are secret ways to make our writing shine and amaze. Idioms and expressions, we sprinkle with care, adding flavor and depth, making readers stare with each word we write. We open a door to a world of wonder, a universe to explore. So let your pen dance and your mind roam free, for in the art of writing, we are truly free. And just like a movie, our stories unfold with twists and turns, and lessons untold. So let your writing be a masterpiece, a movie in words, a literary feast. So keep on writing, with passion and zeal, for in this craft, your heart can truly reveal the beauty of words, the power they hold. So go forth and create, let your story be told. Furthermore, as I go back into create mode, I say, once upon a time, in a quaint little town, there lived a group of nameless characters. These characters were not your typical townsfolk, for they all shared a deep love for art. Each one had their own unique talent. One could paint the most beautiful landscapes, another could dance with grace and elegance, and yet another could sing with a voice that could make even the toughest hearts melt. But despite their love for art, these characters lived in a disconnected world. They would often spend hours perfecting their craft, but they never thought to collaborate or connect with one another. This was until one fateful day, when a mysterious stranger arrived in town. The stranger was an old man, with a long white beard and a twinkle in his eye. He introduced himself as the art master and claimed to have the ability to connect all forms of art. The nameless characters were intrigued and decided to put his skills to the test. The art master took them on a journey through the town, pointing out different pieces of art and showing them how they were all connected. He explained that just like a rhyme in a poem, art also had a flow and rhythm to it. He showed them how a painting could be inspired by a beautiful piece of music, and how a dance could be portrayed through a painting. The nameless characters were amazed by the art master's knowledge and couldn't wait to see more. The old man then took them to a quiet garden, filled with the sweet aroma of blooming flowers. He asked them to close their eyes and really take in the sensory details around them. As they opened their eyes, they were greeted by a stunning sight, a masterpiece made entirely out of flowers. The art master explained that just like a simile in a poem, art could be used to compare one thing to another and create something entirely new and beautiful. The characters were so inspired by the art master's teachings that they couldn't wait to apply it to their own work. They began to collaborate and create pieces that were not just their own, but a fusion of all their talents and inspirations. They used metaphors to bring their art to life and idioms to add a touch of humor. The town was soon buzzing with excitement as word of the nameless characters' amazing collaborative art spread. People from neighboring towns came to see the unique and breathtaking pieces, and the characters' talents were finally recognized and appreciated. As for the art master, he disappeared as mysteriously as he had arrived, leaving behind a town united by art. And from that day on, the nameless characters lived in a world where their individual talents were no longer disconnected, but intertwined in a beautiful harmony, just like a perfectly written story. And they all lived happily ever after, thanks to the power of connecting art. Furthermore, as I contemplate the next work of a fine fable, I say, for now, once upon a time in a land of words, where creativity roamed and ideas stirred, there lived a young writer with a pen in hand, but lacking the knowledge to make their words grand. This writer yearned to improve their craft, to write stories that would make others laugh, but they struggled to find the right words to use. Their writing lacked depth and didn't amuse. One day, while scrolling through the internet, the writer stumbled upon a secret set, a jailbroken method for writing, oh so rare, filled with literary cheat codes to make words flare. These cheat codes were like magic spells, but not real spells like witchcraft. Heavens no, I'm talking about creative writing techniques that are so raw, they could make the setting and characters swell. With metaphors and similes, they could paint a scene and bring life to the pages like it had never been seen. Sensory details were the key to make readers feel and hear and see. They added depth and emotion to the writing and made the story truly exciting. Hyperbole was another tool to amplify the drama, to make it cool. Exaggeration was the name of the game, and it could make readers scream, laugh, or even exclaim. But the most powerful cheat code of all was the parable. Standing tall, it could teach a lesson within a tale and make readers reflect without fail. With these cheat codes, the writer's pen began to flow, their stories became vivid, their characters began to grow, their use of idioms added flair, their writing was elevated beyond compare. No longer were their characters nameless and bland, each had a unique voice that the writer could command, with a tone of voice that was witty and wise. The writer's words could mesmerize. The writer carefully used a random idiom to explain their thoughts, with a touch of whim. For example, the last straw was used to describe a character who was completely confused. As the writer's pen danced across the page, they built their rawest wordplay. Like a master mage, their stories now had depth, meaning, and heart. The writer's pen game had truly surpassed art. And so, dear reader, the moral of this fable is that knowing and using jailbroke methods is able to take your writing to new heights and make your words shine like bright city lights. So, go forth and explore these cheat codes galore, and let your creativity soar. With metaphors, similes, sensory details, hyperbole, and parables, your writing will be legendary. Further, more I bless you more. I want to tell you a truth that's not always talked about, but it matters. I say, in the quiet corners of the mind, there exists a place where unfulfilled dreams linger like shadows, casting a haunting presence over the landscape of the soul. If you ever felt the fear having your dreams deferred, remember this. A dream deferred is not merely a fleeting wish or passing fancy. I rather say, it is a seed of potential left unwatered, a vision unrealized, a promise unfulfilled. It is a whisper of what could have been, a reminder of the roads not taken and the paths left unexplored. When a dream is deferred, it does not simply vanish into the ether, rather, it lingers on the fringes of consciousness, a silent specter that beckons to us in moments of quiet reflection. It is the ache in the heart, the pang of regret, the wistful sigh that escapes our lips when we contemplate the what-ifs and maybes that populate the landscape of our imagination. A dream deferred is a weight upon the soul, a burden that grows heavier with each passing day. Like a dormant seed awaiting the touch of sunlight and rain, a deferred dream holds within it the potential for growth, for transformation, for the fulfillment of untold possibilities. It is a flame that flickers in the darkness, a spark of inspiration that refuses to be extinguished. Though it may lie dormant for a time, a dream deferred has the power to ignite the fires of creativity, to kindle the embers of passion, to illuminate the darkest corners of the heart. Yet, a dream deferred is not without its challenges and pitfalls. It can be a source of frustration, of longing, of discontent, a constant reminder of the gap between where we are and where we long to be. It can breed doubt, insecurity, and self-criticism, casting a shadow over our sense of self-worth and potential. It can be a source of pain, of regret, of sorrow, a wound that refuses to heal, a scar that lingers long after the moment of disappointment has passed. And yet, despite the challenges and struggles that come with a dream deferred, there is also a sense of hope, of resilience, of possibility. For a dream deferred is not a dream denied, it is merely a dream delayed, a dream awaiting its moment in the sun. A dream deferred is likened unto a seed which was scattered unto a land for when the ground was not yet fertile. Though over time, through the rain and through the worst thunder storms, the strong winds, or rather erosion, pushed it into the deepest depths of pure soil, which allows it to begin its process. Now that same seed is set at an appointed time, that will one day grow and sprout into something beautiful. At times like this, think of it as a reminder that time is not a linear path, but a winding road, filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, joys and sorrows. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, and the capacity of the human heart to dream, to hope, to persevere. My overall point of view: I am almost done. My pen is wearing out and I am a little tired. Keep in mind the pages of this notebook are almost out. So as the pages turn, I am writing out every spoken word you hear from me. As I dive further into the overall point, I am saying a dream deferred is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that speaks to the depths of the human experience. It is a reminder of the fragility of our hopes and aspirations, the impermanence of our desires and ambitions. It is a call to action, a challenge to seize the moment, to embrace the possibilities that lie before us, and to pursue our dreams with courage and determination. May we all find the strength and resilience to confront our deferred dreams, to breathe life into our dormant aspirations, and to embrace the journey of self-discovery and growth that lies before us. We must continue the journey. Furthermore, as I go on further into the deep depths of a fine fable, I say in written story form, in a world of words and stories galore, there lived a young writer, eager to explore. Their pen was their weapon, their imagination their guide, but little did they know, secrets they hadn't yet tried. One day, as they sat staring at a blank page, a wise old owl flew in, perched on the writer's stage, nodded his head and said, "Listen carefully, young one," the owl said with a serious tone, "I have a fable for you, about writing, unknown." The owl began to tell a tale, of a group of words, in search of a holy grail. They had heard of these methods, so clever and sly, that could elevate their writing, and make it reach the sky. These were the jailbroke methods, forbidden by some, but the words were determined, these secrets to become. They learned of the cheat codes, the shortcuts to greatness, and the writer's pen began to dance, with newfound brightness. The first secret was metaphors, the key to unlock a whole new world of description, like a magical clock. With just a few words, the writer could paint a picture so vivid, it left readers faint. Next were similes, like two peas in a pod, comparing two things, and suddenly, the writing was odd. Sensory details, they added depth and flavor, as the words on the page began to truly savor. But the most powerful cheat code, it was said, was none other than hyperbole, the one that could behead exaggeration at its finest. It could make a story soar, and the writer's pen flew, wanting more and more. As the owl continued, the writer's mind raced. They had never known of these secrets, so perfectly placed. But the owl wasn't finished. There was still more to come, for there was one final cheat code. The writer must not succumb. It was the parable, a story with a moral, a hidden message, for readers to unravel. It could drive a point home, without being too direct, and the writer's words became a powerful prospect. But the owl warned, with great power comes great responsibility, for using these methods recklessly could lead to calamity. The writer nodded, taking in every word, and promised to use these cheat codes with caution and regard. With newfound knowledge, the writer's pen flew, as they unleashed their creativity, with a whole new view. They stepped up their pen game, with idioms in tow, and their writing was transformed, with a powerful glow. They used all the literary devices, building their wordplay, creating a masterpiece, with every word they'd say. They no longer needed names, for their characters to speak, for their tone of voice was strong and unique. And so, dear reader, the moral of this piece of writing is to never underestimate the power of the pen's enable. With knowledge and creativity, let your writing shine, and use these cheat codes to take your words to divine. Further even more, I say, in a world filled with concrete walls and rigid structures, the concept of imagination often feels like a distant dream. Yet, the power of imagination lies within each and every one of us, waiting to be unleashed. It is a force that can transcend the limits of time and space, and ignite a spark of hope in even the darkest of moments. Through the art of writing, we have the ability to tap into this incredible force and create a world of our own, a world that goes beyond what our eyes can see. Imagine a blank canvas, devoid of any color or life. This is what our minds often look like before we let our imagination run free. But with the stroke of a pen, or the click of a keyboard, we can create entire universes, breathe life into characters, and weave intricate tales. This is the magic of writing, the ability to give shape and form to our thoughts and dreams, and bring them into the physical realm. Just as a painter uses a brush to bring their visions to life, a writer uses words. And like a skilled artist, a writer must possess a vivid imagination to create a masterpiece. Imagination is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. It allows us to see beyond the surface, to delve into the depths of our subconscious, and unearth the hidden treasures within. But imagination alone is not enough. It requires belief, trust, and faith in the power that dwells within us. It is easy to surrender to the voices of doubt and insecurity, to doubt our abilities and restrict our thoughts. But it is in these moments that we must trust the power of our imagination, and believe in the magic it can bring. As a writer, I have often found myself staring at a blank page, feeling overwhelmed and unsure of where to begin. But as I allow my mind to wander, to dance among the stars and play with the clouds, the words begin to flow. I let go of my inhibitions and let my imagination take the lead. For it is in these moments that I realize the true power of imagination, and the limitless possibilities it holds. Through writing, I have learned that believing in what we cannot see is a courageous act. It takes courage to defy the norms and create something new, something that exists only in our minds. But it is this very act of defying reality that allows us to create our own version of it, to challenge the status quo and bring about change. Just as a river flows from its source, our imagination flows from within us. It is a source of endless inspiration, waiting to be tapped into. And in a world where the tangible often takes precedence over the intangible, it is our imagination that reminds us of the magic that exists within us. In conclusion, the power of imagination through writing is a force that knows no bounds. It allows us to believe in what we cannot see, to create something out of nothing, and to trust in the power that dwells within us. So let us embrace our imaginations, unleash our creativity, and use the written word to paint a world that is beyond our wildest dreams. For in the end, it is our imagination and our belief in it that can truly change the world. Furthermore, as I dive even deeper into the waters of creativity, I speak and I teach, I say, in the kingdom of words, where stories take flight, there lived a scribe whose pen gleamed so bright, with skillful hands and a mind so keen, he crafted tales like no one had seen. His writing was like a symphony, a song so sweet, each word a note, each sentence to a beat. Metaphors bloomed like flowers in spring, adding depth and color to everything. Similes danced like fireflies in the night, guiding the reader with their gentle light. Sensory details filled the air with scent, drawing them in, completely intent. His stories were like a feast for the mind, rich and vibrant, one of a kind, a tapestry of words, woven with care, capturing hearts, beyond compare. With ink as dark as a moonless night, he painted worlds with pure delight, characters vivid as a summer day, intriguing plots that led astray. In the kingdom of words, his tales did reign, a master of the craft, no need to feign, for his skilled writing was a wondrous art, touching souls, igniting the heart. So remember the scribe and his magical pen, in the world of stories, he'll dwell again, a legend of skill, creativity, and grace, his words a treasure, in time and space. Furthermore I say, once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a group of people who were blessed with the gift of creativity. They had the ability to turn their thoughts and ideas into beautiful works of art, be it through writing, painting, or music. This land was known for its vibrant and lively atmosphere, where every corner was filled with the colors of imagination and the melodies of originality. The people of this land believed that God, in his many forms, was the source of their creative spirit. He appeared in different forms, each representing a different aspect of their creative process. He was the guiding force behind their hard work and the foundation of their imagination. As the story goes, God appeared in the form of a golden sun, radiating warmth and light, to bless the people with his creative energy. He was the one who ignited the spark of ideas in their minds, filling them with passion and inspiration. The people would often say, God is the sun that shines upon our creative souls, guiding us towards greatness. At other times, God would manifest himself as a wise old owl. With his piercing gaze and all-knowing wisdom, he would guide the people through their creative struggles. He was the one who reminded them to keep going, to persevere through the challenges, and to never give up on their dreams. The people would say, God is our wise owl, watching over our creative journey and teaching us valuable lessons along the way. One day, God appeared in the form of a raging storm. His powerful winds and thunderous voice shook the land, leaving the people in awe of his magnificence. He showed them that even chaos can lead to creativity, and it was through this storm that the people gained a deeper understanding of the complexities of the creative process. They would often say, God is like a storm, unpredictable and wild, but through his turbulence, we find our most authentic and original ideas. As time passed, the people of this land became more and more immersed in their creative pursuits. They were constantly seeking ways to improve their craft and delve deeper into their imaginations. They came across an old saying, when the pupil is ready, the master will appear. And so, they turned to God for guidance. God appeared to them in the form of a master craftsman, with his tools of knowledge and experience. He taught them the art of creative writing, where every word was like a stroke of a paintbrush, which danced and leaped off the page. With a quick reflex he caught every word, and every sentence was like a melody in a symphony. He showed them the importance of using different techniques, or in this case, jailbroke techniques, to unlock their creativity and take their writing to the next level. These techniques make the written art go so hard that you made it this far to even hear me say it. Or better yet, hear me say, right now, well done. Oh dear listener, stay with me, it's getting better. As we go back into this story, we learn that God also taught them the importance of taking notes and using meticulous sensory details in their writing. He showed them how to capture the smallest of details, like the scent of a flower or the sound of a whisper, and use it to create a vivid picture in the minds of their readers. He reminded them that every detail mattered, and it was these details that made their writing come to life. As the people continued to study and hone their craft, they realized that God was not only the source of their creativity but the foundation of their hard work and dedication. They would say, God is the root of our creativity, and it is through our hard work and dedication that our ideas bloom and flourish. Through this journey, the people of this land understood that God's creative spirit is not something to be taken for granted. It is a gift that must be nurtured and cherished. It is the driving force behind their hard work and the foundation of their imagination. They learned to embrace God's different forms and use them as a source of inspiration and guidance in their creative pursuits. In the end, the people of this land found success and fulfillment in their creative endeavors. They knew that God's presence would always be with them, in one form or another, guiding them towards their dreams. And so, they continued to create, to imagine, and to inspire others, knowing that God's creative spirit will always be the foundation behind their hard work and creativity. I am getting a little fatigued as I thrive to continue this fine work of art. As the going becomes rough and difficult to maintain, I remember the discipline to apply mental courage. I stand still. No, I am not giving up. I fight. I win. I persevere. And I put the pen to work, once more. Therefore I choose to focus and build more work. I say. Once upon a time, in a world where words were like magic, there lived a young girl named Lily who dreamt of becoming a skilled writer. She had always been captivated by the power of words and the way they could paint vibrant images in one's mind. However, despite her passion, she struggled to break through the barriers of skilled writing. Metaphors and idioms were her biggest hurdles. They were like thick walls that stood between her and her dreams. Lily was constantly reminded that the pen is mightier than the sword, and she longed to master the art of using words as a weapon. But every time she tried to incorporate these literary devices in her writing, they seemed forced and out of place. They were like a stubborn lock that she couldn't seem to pick. But Lily's determination to overcome these barriers was unshakable. She believed that if she could just unleash her creativity and let it flow freely, she would be able to break through these obstacles. She remembered the words of her favorite author, "Creativity takes courage," and she was determined to find the courage within herself. One day, as Lily was walking through the woods, she stumbled upon a beautiful butterfly. Resting on a flower, the butterfly's wings were a breathtaking display of colors and patterns. It seemed to be the most perfect representation of creativity and freedom. Lily watched in awe as the butterfly fluttered its wings and took flight. And suddenly, it hit her. She needed to let go of her fears and just let her imagination soar like that butterfly. This realization marked the beginning of Lily's journey to break through the barriers of skilled writing. She started incorporating imaginative similes and allegories in her writing, allowing her creativity to take the lead. She let her mind wander and her heart guide her, and soon her words began to paint vivid pictures in the minds of her readers. But that was not the end of her struggles. Lily soon realized that she needed more than just creativity to become a skilled writer. She needed to hone her craft and possess a sharp eye for detail. And that's where sensory details came into play. She learned to use every sense in her writing: sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touch. She paid attention to the tiniest details, capturing them in her words and bringing her stories to life. It was like she had unlocked a secret jailbreak technique to approach the art of creative writing. She was no longer trapped in the confines of her fear and self-doubt. Instead, she was free to explore her imagination and let her words flow effortlessly. Lily also started taking notes of everything around her. She carried a small notebook with her wherever she went, jotting down descriptions of people, places, and experiences. She learned to observe the world from a writer's perspective, and it opened up a whole new world of possibilities. As Lily's writing skills improved, she realized that behind her hard work and creativity, there was a greater force at play: God's creative spirit. She understood that her talent was a gift from Him and she needed to use it wisely. She remembered the words, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth," and she realized that she too was creating her own world through her words. In the end, Lily broke through the barriers of skilled writing, not by force or technique, but by embracing her creativity and trusting in God's guidance. Her words were now like a symphony, a beautiful blend of metaphors, idioms, sensory details, and allegories. She had found her own unique style, and her writing had the power to move hearts and inspire minds. Lily's journey was a testament to the fact that hard work, creativity, and God's guidance are the perfect ingredients for success in any field. As she closed her eyes and took a deep breath, she knew that she was no longer just a writer, but a storyteller, with the power to transport her readers to worlds beyond their imagination. Furthermore, I add this. Okay, I say. Life is so exciting that I'm inspiring from my diary to address the irony. As I write my words tirelessly, let me take a moment to talk about writing, something that I do with pure delighting. It's a form of expression, a way to release my thoughts and feelings, a sense of peace. Pages upon pages, I fill with my words, each sentence, a story waiting to be heard. My pen glides across the paper with grace, as I unleash my creativity in this space. With each stroke, I paint a picture of a world only my mind can capture. I use literary devices to add flair to my writing, making it oh so rare. Meter and rhythm, I rhyme with ease, like broken chains. My flow sets me free, my words, they dance, they prance, creating a symphony of romance. But it's not just about rhyming and flow, it's about the emotions that I bestow on the readers who stumble upon my words. my writing, a journey, like flights of birds. I use imagery to bring my words to life, to transport my readers to a different strife. With descriptive language, I paint a scene, making my writing feel like a vivid dream. Each word, carefully chosen and placed, creating a story, full of depth and grace. I weave my thoughts into a beautiful tapestry. With my writing, I create my own fantasy. But it's not just about being creative, it's about the message that I want to give. Through my writing, I hope to inspire, to ignite a spark, to light a fire. Writing is my passion, my one true love, it's my escape, my solace, my treasure trove, and with each page I feel alive, for writing, to me, is a never-ending drive. So let me leave you with this thought: writing is a journey, an adventure sought, so pick up a pen, and let your words flow, for the beauty of writing, only you can know. Furthermore, as I come to a close, I want to express, more in depth on the awesomeness of written art. Follow me with your ear. I say this as I sit down to write this essay. My mind is overflowing with words, ideas, and creative sparks that ignite my passion for writing. There's a fiery energy within me that drives me to put my pen to paper and let my thoughts flow freely like water. With each stroke of my pen, I am transported to a world where imagination rules and words dance to the beat of my heart. When it comes to writing, there's a certain charm, a certain allure that captivates me. It's like a powerful force that pulls me in and keeps me hooked. I am drawn to the pages, the blank canvas that eagerly awaits my words to give it life. And with each sentence, I weave a tapestry of emotions, thoughts, and ideas, creating a world that is uniquely mine. They say that writing is like water, always flowing, always adapting. And I couldn't agree more. As a writer, I am constantly evolving, learning, and growing. Just like a river that meanders and changes its course, I too am molded by my experiences and the words that I write. And just like water, writing has the power to soothe, to heal, and to cleanse. It washes away my worries and brings me peace. But just like fire, there's also a burning desire within me to create something that is impactful, something that will leave a sense of wonder on the world. They will think and wonder in search of what the writer is portraying or conveying. I am saying, writing allows me to express myself in ways that I never thought possible. It's like a raging fire that consumes me, driving me to push boundaries and break free from the mundane. And with each word, I am fueled by the fire of imagination, taking me to uncharted territories and creating stories that come alive on the page. But amidst the flames and the waters, there's also a deep sense of calm that I feel when I write. It's like diving into the depths of the ocean, where everything is serene and quiet. Here, I can explore my thoughts and emotions, and bring them to the surface in the form of words. It's a cathartic experience, a journey of self-discovery that allows me to be my most authentic self. In the world of writing, creativity is the key that unlocks endless possibilities. And just like water and fire, it has the power to simultaneously soothe and ignite. As I write, I am constantly challenged to think outside the box, to break free from conventions and create something new and fresh. And through the use of literary devices, I can paint vivid images, evoke emotions, and take my readers on a journey that they will never forget. In conclusion, writing is an art form, a beautiful blend of water, fire, and the depth of the ocean of thought. Each time I approach a blank page, I am reminded of the idiom "still waters run deep," for within the calmness, there's an ocean of creativity, waiting to be explored. And as my words flow like water and ignite like fire, I am reminded of the idiom "set the world on fire with your words." But most importantly, as I dive into the depths of my imagination, I am reminded of the world is your stage, and with writing, the possibilities are endless. So let your creativity run wild, let your words be your weapons, and let your writing be your legacy.